welcome you to Lifestyle Locker Radio. This is episode 150. This is the race to 100, episode 10. And I love to start these episodes off with an amazing quote. And I found something it's going to take a minute to read, but I want you just to listen and pay attention. Maybe if you're not driving, close your eyes and think this, and just listen to my voice. And then it happens. One day you wake up when you're in this place. You're in this place where everything feels right. Your heart is calm. Your soul is lit. Your thoughts are positive. Your vision is clear. You're at peace with where you've been, at peace with what you've been through, and at peace with where you're headed. So I want you to open your eyes and think, are you happy where you are? Think about it. This journey, the race to 100, is truly a journey. It's about understanding where my past was. It's about understanding where I am today, and it is understanding where I'm going tomorrow. I work hard, I play hard, and I train hard. And the race 100 is by far one of the hardest types of training that I have ever done in my life. I was a competitive collegiate athlete. I was a high school athlete. I've been and done crazy athletic things my whole life, and running is a whole new world. So that being said, let's share what this week in running in the race to 100 looked like for me. So this was a record week, absolute record week, 82.8 miles. 14 hours, 36 minutes total running, 5,423 feet climbed. All right. So let's go through the week. I'm going to backtrack. And for those that are watching, you get to see my Strava screen here. I'm going to backtrack to the beginning of this week. Here we go. So September 12th looks like this. Actually, we're going to go to the morning of September 10th. 1.11 mile run. I took my dog Gunner for a little burner at an 8:27 mile pace just to get him tired out. And after that, I jumped in the car, headed over to one of my favorite running areas because there aren't as many cars, and I did an 18.05 mile cruiser at an average of 9.58 miles. That was a combination of both street and trail. And during this run, it felt great. You know, I was able to push through 18 miles, not a big deal. I felt good, and then I realized, holy cow, you know, as I'm finishing this run, I'm a mile out from hitting 20 miles. And I know I totally want to get 20 miles in this week. So that evening, 9 p.m., another burner, 8.36 mile pace, another 1.03 miles. And I completed 20 plus for the day. Awesome day, super pumped. So that was September 10th. September 12th, midday. 20.05 miles, 10:17 pace, and a 3 hour average. It was 3 hour and 26 minutes. That said, Strava said that was my best estimated 30K effort at 3 hours and 15 minutes, which I'll take it. I'm not really ever measuring 30Ks, but that looks and sounds awesome to me. 30K sounds way cooler than 20 miles. That was September 12th. Another similar area, doing some similar types of runs. And then the next AM run, another 20.06 miles. Another burner. But what I forgot to say, on September 12th was a Thursday. And I headed out on that run in the afternoon at 4:30 p.m., and it took me 3 hours. So wanting to push to that 20-mile mark, I was running through the woods as the sun was starting to set, and I prepped. I was ready. I had fluids. I actually had my headlamp. So as I'm running out to this end destination before I have to make a U-turn in this town called Haverstraw, I get out to the parking lot. I'm wearing yellow sunglasses. I actually have to take them off because they're even a little too dark. And I know it sounds weird running through the woods at night with a headlamp and these yellow sunglasses. So I stop, throw the headlamp on, throw my flashing little red LED flashing light in my front of my vest just in case I need to push it, just in case I hear or see somebody that doesn't see me clearly. And I start running back into the woods. And at this point, it is getting dark. And for those of you that have not been or have not ever hiked or walked in the woods at nighttime, we all know it's a little eerie, a little freaky. And during the run through the night, I mean, you're just paying attention to all your senses heighten. I'm in the woods. I'm in an area where there are deer. There's a potential for bear. There are raccoons. There are, of course, squirrel and all sorts of different things. And believe it or not, during this run, what I saw a ton of were snakes as the sun was going down. They were out catching the last rays of sun on the trail, little garter snakes, nothing too dangerous, even though we do, I believe, have some copperheads here, some rattlesnakes, which are poisonous. So glad I didn't see any of those. I got startled a few times by deer. I mean, so I must have seen over a dozen deer on the last 3.5 mile run in the dark. But it was great. I got back and I called my wife and said, hey, listen, let's not make dinner tonight. It's late. Let's go ahead and, it's almost 8 o'clock. Let's go ahead and go out to dinner. I parked in a parking lot of a restaurant on purpose, but they make the best barbecue baby back ribs. And I was so in the mood for that. And I know I said on the Facebook Live yesterday that I may become plant-based for a little bit to test it out. And, man, those ribs were so good. So good. But that was my third 20-miler day in a row. So that was awesome. That was, very powerful day. I was super pumped to be able to finish that. And the last 2 days, I pumped out. Yesterday, I pumped out a 10.34, and today I pumped out a 2.11 this morning with my pup. Again, just to get him burned out a little bit. This guy's got more energy than me and running 82 miles. I think he could probably do with me. And then after that, I drove out and did a little loop. And actually stopped and got a Hummentaschen, which was quite fantastic. For those of you that don't know what that is, Google it. It is an amazing pastry, this little bakery pastry shop that a lot of the road bikers go to in Nyack, New York. And I did another 10.12, which was great. Another hour and 46 minutes of running. So my goodness, I feel absolutely awesome. And wow, I can tell you that this has been one hell of a journey. And for all of you that have been following me, I greatly appreciate it. I hope that you're becoming inspiring yourselves to push yourselves a little bit harder, to work a little bit more, to have more fun, right? This is so important. If your health is ultimately the most important wealth you will have in your life, because you can accumulate all the health and accumulate all the wealth and lose all of your health, and you won't have enough money to buy it back. And I was thinking this as I was finishing my run today, running past some of these gorgeous houses in it's called Upper Nyack. These homes are 10, 20, maybe some are 30,000 square foot homes. And seeing someone driving out of the driveway in their fully loaded high-end SUV where their stomach is like pushing against the steering wheel, their neck is attached to their chin, I think to myself, wow, this person has accumulated so much wealth in their life, but they have been so disconnected to their health. And it makes me sad because I would love to see someone that can afford the lifestyle of having, like this gentleman had, and ultimately, I'd love to see them healthy, because then they can do such good with their fortune, right? They can do such good with that fortune. I mean, they still can do it when they're not healthy, but I'd rather that person be healthy so they're not using their wealth to try to fight back and gain their health, because we know that obesity and these other lifestyle-based conditions and diseases are on the rise in the U.S. And I think what better than going for a run, right? Starting to burn some of the calories, some of the mental calories that we hold on, those stressors. It is a blast. Running has become such an amazing piece of my life now, and it's so weird that I would say that, because I put in hundreds and hundreds of miles for training for this 100-miler, and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles. And it's crazy that I think about, I always thought people that ran were crazy. Now I think people that don't run are crazy, because I think that it's a great way to disconnect from all the stressors in life and reconnect internally to yourself, to your true self. And it allows you to feel some pain. It allows you to want to push a little harder. It allows you to see what kind of real true grit you have in yourself, so you can function, perform, and live in this great way. Because there are going to be times that are going to be hard in life, whether it's financially, whether it's relationship-wise. And for me, running has become such a metaphor that you can go the distance. You really can. And anywhere and everything in life, you just have to be consistent. I think those that are consistent in all of their things that they do are those that are ultimately going to become super successful in their lives. And, the metaphor for me is, I am such a great, great person that loves starting and doing things with people. I love being a creator, but a lot of times I'm not finishing what I create. And, running is giving me some of that awakening, this learning. It's letting me know that, hey, listen, just put your head down and go. Do what you know you need to do, follow through, and also for myself, knowing where to say no. Don't take on more stuff than I need to take on. Don't do things that are going to take me and pull me away from my purpose, right? I might just have to say, hey, listen, no, I'm not going to do it. But also that lets me know where I want to do stuff. I can be full bore, go all in, and be 100%. So I hope you are doing the same things. I hope you are loving the Race to 100. I hope you're getting nervous like me a little bit. We're getting closer and closer, and I'm accumulating a little bit of a crew that's going to be way on the State Park in New Jersey. And if any of you listening want to come and participate, be part of the crew, help me out during the run, I would love to connect with you. Just connect with me on social media, and let's see how we can make this work, because, teamwork makes the dream work. And I know it sounds cheesy, but I'll tell you what, bringing the energy, having other people support you when you're all about supporting other people is so powerful. And I can tell you, hearing my wife scream during the finish of my last big events, that set a spark inside, set a fire inside again. After running 31.8 miles, I'm able to blaze through the finish line of my 50K like I just took my first few steps, because that energy surge. So I hope you can find the time, if you want to come out and play and learn. Hey, listen, if you want to run, they got other events going on the same day. They got a 50K, I believe, and a 50-miler. So if you're up to that level, come out and play, have some fun. I'd love to share the day and event with you. All right. See y'all soon on the next episode. All right. Bye-bye.